What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. So this morning, ice all over the place. Trust me, I got out my car to go do cardio this morning. Ice busted my ass. My forearm feels like a damn bone bruise. It was one of the scrapes and everything. It's cold out there in them streets this morning, so we need some stuff to knife through the cold. And for me, that usually comes down to warm, ambery, sweet and spicy fragrances. And I know you guys love the Middle Eastern stuff, and I've got some recommendations. One I'm actually going to wear today. That's in this video. I'm going to wear myself. So let's talk about these. Stay tuned. Starting with my favorite release from Lattafa, probably ever, would be Teriaq Intense. So Teriaq Intense offers a nice plum liqueur smell with hefty cinnamon, super spicy, warm, sweet, boozy, fruity. Really, really good. In my opinion, far superior to the original release. I mean, it's not even close. Like, I just soon throw that away. I'll never want to reach for it because this is so much better. Where that one had more florals, just as much sweet, this is more boozy and hefty warm spice, you know? It's just great performance. Admittedly, the first time I smelled it, it was kind of faint. So it needed to set in for a few days, and literally like 3 or 4 days later, it turned into an absolute monster performer. This stuff is really good. I got a full review recently on the channel on this one. I can't recommend this one enough. Great for a super snowy, icy day. Definitely worth checking out. Lattafa's Teriaq Intense. Some classics never stop being great, and that would be AFNAN Supremacy, Not Only Intense. Supremacy Not Only Intense does as you would intend it to do. This stuff is monstrous. Hefty on the oak moss. It's a very smoky, dark, spicy green, earthy fragrance. Loads of black currant give it this tart, fruity, inky smell. Kind of somewhere along the lines of Aventus meets Hachivat, but kind of its own thing with elements of that. It's not exactly Aventus. It's not exactly Hachivat. But it definitely falls into the category of those, and this stuff is so freaking strong. And for as heavy as it is and how strong as it is, I've worn this in the summertime, but you looking to cut through the cold with some hefty dark fruits and earthy tones. Man, this is still a phenomenal fragrance. For the cold like this is what I recommend. It's AFNAN Supremacy, Not Only Intense. Now this one from Dumont, this will knife through the cold. This is sweet, resinous, smoky. Yesterday at the recording of this, I ranked my Parfums de Marly fragrances, and Carlisle is top 3. Well, if you kind of want to get Carlisle on a budget, you might want to check out Borouj Perlador from Dumont. This is very, very similar to Carlisle. Not quite as fruity, like you don't get as much of an apple hit from this one, but the bottle's quality, the juice's quality. And it's a strong fragrance. Everything from Dumont is very strong on up to straight up beast. This entire line is beast. This entire line is their best stuff. I love the Perlador line. That would be a strong number 2 set of offerings from the house, but the Perlador, God, is just floating around right here. So strong, so good for this warm, resinous, sweet and ambery. Just the right balance with a little pinch of spice in there. Aromatic without being soapy, but it wears heavy. It's a thicker fragrance. And with its strength, this will definitely cut through the cold. And that's from Dumont. This is Borouj Perlador. Next, we have a newer release from Lattafa that's kind of like a highlight reel of sweet, spicy designer fragrances. It has Marabelle Plum that kind of ties it to fragrances like Scandal Absolu, which is one of my favorite designers released last year from Jean-Paul Gaultier. This is Asad Bourbon. Has bourbon vanilla. That's why it's got bourbon in the name. I know a lot of people, from the feedback I saw, were expecting like boozy bourbon, like a straight up shot of bourbon. No, bourbon vanilla. But you get all the sweetness, fruitiness. You get a lot of spice here. It's a bright fragrance, but still has some thickness to it. Think fragrances like the Scandal line from Jean-Paul Gaultier, specifically the Absolute Flanker because of the Marabelle Plum. Think the Most Wanted flankers. Think the Stronger With You line. While it doesn't smell exactly like any one of them, it smells kind of like all of them. A little bit of, you know, maybe a touch of the Spice Bomb line. It's just a really good fragrance. It smells like it belongs in one of these designer fragrance bottles, but you can get it for 30 to 40 bucks from Lattafa. It's a new original. Again, inspired by a style, not any one particular fragrance is the way I would put it. With great performance, this line continues to impress me. It's going to be great for this type of weather. In this Lattafa's Asad bourbon. Cinnamon spice and everything nice, plus a nice hit of coffee. This is what I'm going to wear today. Very warm and cozy. Another Lattafa offering. This is Qahwa. This is superior to the original in my opinion. You get much more cinnamon cardamom spice out of this one. I think ginger's in there as well to add to the kind of variety of spices with that, I believe it's like an Arabica coffee medium roast kind of smell to it. It's really good. It does pretty much smell like Khamrah with the coffee, but I find it's a warmer, more balanced fragrance because that was just like crazy over the top sweet. It wasn't as much spice. Whereas this, I think they balanced out more spice to it. I do think it's a better version. If you're just going to get one, this is the one I would recommend. That is so good. That is so freaking good. I would spray it on right now, but I'm going to wait for my Sin of the Day Shorts video. That's always a separate piece of content. But I am wearing this today. Even with the ice on the road, we've got appointments today. We've got a few things to do. Not everything's closed because there's ice on the roads. But, man, for what weather I'm going out in today, and you'll probably be dealing with as well, Lattafa Qahwa is such a good choice that it's actually what I'm going to wear today. If I could get it to focus, we'll move on to the next one. There we go. I'm a big fan of YSL Babycat. I haven't worn it in a while myself. This is still such a great interpretation. They nailed the profile. Obviously, there's a quality difference, but Paris Corners Ambre Rifaaqat, still a beautiful fragrance. Now, this is a smoky, woody vanilla, loads of peppered spice. Very dark, hefty, sweet, woody spice. Man. This is one of the better creations, well, I guess dupes, that Paris Corners ever come with. Because YSL Babycat is, you know, not for everyone. Some people can't stand it, don't understand the hype. Some people deem it extremely special, such as myself. But one thing we can all agree on, it's very expensive. If you want to get a really close experience, I really think this is a great option. And it's so hefty and powerful. This will cut through this cold. Absolutely no problems whatsoever. Again, that's Paris Corners Ambre Rifaaqat. Don't like all the smoke. You want some creamy vanilla and woods, maybe a bit of florals. This is hefty and thick enough to do the job. Probably the best cologne, most hyped cologne of 2024. It is Fragrance World's French Avenue Liquid Brun, the Altair cologne. Yeah, this one's so good that it's, I don't plan on, I'm not saying I'll never get Altair, but I have zero plans on picking it up. Because when I want Altair, I'll just wear this. This is that good. And I don't always put this kind of like, I'm good, I don't need the original stamp of approval on a cologne fragrance. Good. Those of you that watch more than just my cologne videos, you'll hear me talk about that, especially if you're in my live streams. If I got the original, I'm rolling with the original. Because most of the time, the cologne isn't going to give me the same feeling and same experience. But this does. I still have a few sprays, you know, like 1 mil roughly of my Altair decant. And it's such a close experience that it's like, and I love Parfums de Marly. Like I said yesterday's video, we ranked the 12 bottles that I have, and I just don't feel like I need it. And it's perfect for this weather. It will 100% do the job here on this icy, snowy day. It was a strong contender for today for me personally. Liquid Brun. Next, we've got an Ombre Nomade clone from LV that I deem so good. I haven't explored any other clones, and I've had this one for a couple of years now, and it is a monster. I kind of actually did save the strongest fragrance of the bunch for last. This is from Paris Corner. This is Lueur d'Espoir Ombre in their Ambre line. Has the magnetic cap. Decent quality, sweet, smoky, oud, rose, fruity smell. It smells like Ombre Nomade from Louis Vuitton. They did use really good quality oils here. I'm not going to sit here and say it's on the level of the Louis Vuitton fragrance, but it gets pretty damn close in my opinion. This stuff is monstrous. I don't even want to spray it in the air because it's going to fill this room. This is a 2 to 3 spray fragrance on my skin. If you spray 5 sprays of this fragrance, it's going all over everywhere, beating your nose up. Everybody's going to smell you, so that's what you're looking for. 5 sprays does the trick then, because I do about 2 or 3 when I spray this one, because it's a monster. Monster is kind of an understatement. So knifing through the cold, not an issue whatsoever. If you like the sweeter ouds, here you go. Pretty addictive. As you can see, in between, you know, sentences and thoughts, I'm sniffing. Because I want to smell it, but I don't want to spray that fragrance, because this whole room's going to, like half the day from that one spray in the air, it's going to smell like this. It's that strong. It's well macerated for a couple of years now, too. Yeah, if you're looking for power and you like sweet, smoky oud rose, check out Paris Corner's L'Or d'Espoir Ombre. Well, I had 8 for you. Why not 10? Because when I looked across everything, these were the 8 that I felt deserved it the most, and I didn't even feel like I needed to bother looking for 2 more. There's 2 more we could have filled it out to round out the 10, but these 8 will do the trick. You're definitely going to find something. You more than likely have one of these to cut through the cold, and I would suggest wearing it today. If you're watching this in the future, maybe this doesn't apply, but for the current situation on January 21st, 2025, it snowed all across America and all over the South, where it did not used to snow. I live on the beach, literally 3 minutes from the beach, and there's ice and snow. Like I said, I slipped and busted my ass. I got a big old gash on my right shin, and feels like an entire bone bruise from elbow to wrist on this forearm. Thank God I'm not lifting today, because tomorrow's chest day. So hopefully I'll be good to go. God, I fucked my shit up. Sorry for the F-bomb. It just is, but this shit's aching and throbbing. So thank you guys for checking out the video. I'll have links down below if you want to check any of these out. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe before you leave. I'll catch you on the next one.